It's week 6 of the National Football League. And we'll get a look here at Caleb Williams. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Bears and the Commanders on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us a dozen miles east of the National Mall at the home of the Commanders here in Landover, Maryland. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, partner. A couple of teams that were cellar dwellers a year ago, but as we've seen being around the league for a while, man, that can change one season to the next.
And how often do we see, Mike, a team that finished at the bottom of their division just a year later be the division champion? I'm not suggesting that it's easy or necessarily that these two teams are going to find themselves in that position.
Here's Carlos Santos ready to get this one started. And off we go here on Monday night. This will be taken in at the 2. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jayden Daniels.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. And back deep is Devin Duvernay to return. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
A pickup there of 28 yards.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
The speed on display. He's in. Roschon Johnson. Touchdown, Chicago. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. And he's got it at the 1. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Commanders' offense and running back Brian Robinson on the field for their next drive. We check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend, and you see he is currently second in that category. Daniels now on first down. A throw left side, caught by Sinnott. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7.
After 26-yard line.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. Now a 3rd and 2.
A gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now this looks like a design run. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
There's just so many ways this offense can beat you, Mike. He adds such a layer to this offense with their ability to use him as a design runner, and we can see there as he picks up the first down.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. And in motion is Brown. On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Firing right side, brought in by Brown.
What an impressive play by this linebacker. I mean, Mike, back in the day, you would never see a linebacker take down a wide receiver in the open field like that. But these guys are tremendous athletes who can really hold their own in space. And he killed that play before it even had a chance to develop.
And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. The Bears offense ready for their 2nd possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Oh, the defense snuffed that one out. He'll lose yardage, mark him back at the 3. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Another run here with Johnson. Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On 4th down, here's Tory Taylor to punt for Chicago, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Now the return, and it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50 and set up the offense with a short field. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Daniels. Pass downfield is caught by Brown. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Down inside the 10. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Man in motion is Brown. To the goal line and in. Noah Brown. Touchdown, Washington. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. The Bears offense about ready to take over once more. Have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Williams. The sideline. This one looked in by Odunze.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
It is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Santos' kick is good. And the Bears will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. TJ Edwards there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9.
At the 32-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And the Washington 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They run over center with Robinson. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. 20-yard pickup there. Good for a Commanders 1st down.
That's good for Washington. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard
So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. It's the Bears off to the early lead. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and 10 now from the 36. On the ground, it's Robinson. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Daniel. Quick throw, taken in. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Washington.
And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. He'll get about 2. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing now, Daniels. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll go. Here's Daniels. It's a pickup of 14. And the decision to go for it pays off.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
The big guys are on. Jumbo set here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. He slams it in there, and he is in. Brian Robinson, touchdown Commanders. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
The extra point is up and through. And the Commanders are on top. It's 14-10. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 2. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. They'll go again with Johnson. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Taking off, he'll try to get there. The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Williams. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away. It'll go down as an incompletion. Here's a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and to also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Going to return this from the 10. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. This one into the hands of Brown. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. On play action, Daniels. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He's got the 1st down and more than that. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Slot man in motion left. First carry for the versatile Austin Eckler. And he's going to be close to a 1st down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
This one caught at the 4. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bears' 2-yard line.
They'll try to run with Robinson. This defense back up but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
No gain on the
3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
They'll try to run with Robinson. And he is not going to get in. They make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal.
Gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Commanders will extend their lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bears offense and their running back set to go once more. From the 25, they'll go to work, 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll take this past the 30, a gain of 6, mark it at the 31. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing is Williams. That's complete to the rookie's 2nd-round pick. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big-time play for the Bears. 38 yards.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and off this drive with 6 points. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. To throw, it's Williams. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Bears.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. 1st and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
On is Santos for the PAT. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. And they are unable to tack on the extra point. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Luke McCaffrey, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. They'll go play action here with Daniels. To the left side, it's caught by Brown.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
He'll try to run for it. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. A give, and here comes Robinson. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. T.J. Edwards there on the stop. Now the Commanders will use their 3rd and final timeout. Third and 6. Daniels now going to look to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this 2nd quarter. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where you see the final score there. James Conner, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Tajay Spears, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. Rashee Rice, over 200 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. We saw a solid first half out of running back Roschon Johnson. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Duvernay on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Bears offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motions right. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Tight end motioning left. A give, and here's Johnson. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Bears first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Off play action. Here's Wilt on the blitz, overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Williams. This one out to Moore. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Williams to throw on second down. That's complete to Moore on the right side. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. To throw it again, it's Williams. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. Tight end going in motion here. On 3rd down, it's Williams. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. On the return, Noah Igbenogany. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. First and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Duvernay to return. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop. They send a receiver in motion left. Throwing on second down, Williams. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Number 2, DJ Moore. A gain of 14 yards. First down there.
They'll send their tight end left. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. The throw on the run is complete. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
A run here with Johnson. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. It's Dietrich Wise that time with the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll get this out to his running back. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. To throw is Williams. He'll try to hit him with a screen. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the first down.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. He gets this one to Moore. And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a first down as they're able to get the conversion and set up 1st and goal. They'll run with Johnson. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. One more time with Johnson. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. He'll try to run, and it's Johnson. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force 4th down.
3rd and short, you think the defense has everybody packed in there real tight. So as a play caller, you're thinking, all right, let's give my running back a chance to stretch and cut. This defense was ready for all of it. They string him out wide, nowhere to cut, take him down for a loss.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The Commanders' offense ready to take over once again. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Here's 2nd and 6. Now, a handoff to Eckler. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Open man, right side. He's got it. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Washington.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Off the zone read, Daniel's gonna hang on to it. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
It leads to 2nd down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun, and he'll get this close to a 1st down. Gets about 7, maybe a yard short of the 1st down. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Robinson.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy gain, and they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Daniels. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a give to Eckler. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This to get the deficit down inside of a touchdown. And he has missed this one. No good. And the deficit will stay right where it is.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
They'll run this over the center with Johnson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll go left side here and complete this one. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. The Bears sending out their punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Not much. 2nd and long coming up.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4.
Automatic 1st down.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
40-yard line. It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing is Daniels. That's caught by Eckler. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Bears' 49-yard line.
Man in motion is Brown. Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts, plus the 2-minute warning as they line up for 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll drop to throw. And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
3rd and long, and here's Daniels. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll go. Here's Daniels. That's going to be caught. And it's going to be a Commanders 1st down. And it's a big letdown there defensively. Somehow they allow them to convert on 4th and long. To throw is Daniels. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Big play. 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but he has the first down inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
It is 3rd and goal. Third and goal. It's Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this...
And this will be a touchdown! They are within a 2-point conversion of coming back to tie this game.
What a finish there to get the touchdown, but of course the job's not done, and this is where the defense needs to regroup, Mike. It's one thing to give up the touchdown, but now you're still one stop away from being the hero. They got to dial in, get their best defense called, and somehow find a way to keep them out of the end zone.
Daniels gonna throw again. And this is caught. He's able to hang on. They get the 2 points, and we are tied in the final minute of play. So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late 4th as the kickoff comes. Duvernay on the return. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. They'll come up now for 2nd down. To throw, it's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out, and we are headed to overtime. So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets one possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. This is taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders offense and Jayden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Play action. Here's Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, The defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
This one fielded out beyond the 20. Now on the return, he has lost the football. And this is going to go out of bounds, but it's a moot point really because it ends up being a turnover on downs. Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. They'll go again with Johnson. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He keeps it himself. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Toss right side to the tight end, Kmet.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
A gain of 11, and it's first and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves first and goal.
This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be second and goal. They'll try to run with Johnson. And he's into the end zone. That'll do it. They win it in OT. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night from just outside our nation's capital.